Okay, this is part 3 of the Westminster Cemetery recording that was recorded in Westminster, California. Those of you who've been following along, I'll get on to playing the recording. But those of you who have not been following along, please go back to part 1 and listen from there. That way you can follow along as well. Right now I'm going to play the original recording, and here it is.
Oh, the groundskeepers, yeah. Yeah. Open top. And a rock or something, a stick. It's pretty deep. But here's a rock.
Now I know the screen looks a little different from the last two, but we'll get back to the normal look here in a second. The area I want to bring to your attention is going to be right here. Take a listen. Now what I've done is I have made another recording, and that's what we're looking at right here. This is the same area here, but it's only been amplified up here and filtered out to remove the static. So what I'm going to do is play that now, which is going to be much louder, but just take a listen. Well, I'll tell you what, I have no doubts who he's with and where he's at. Now we're back to the normal look of the recording. The other area that I'd like to bring to your attention is here. Just an odd sound, an odd noise. It's an odd noise that was recorded. Now you remember I had mentioned that the stone was covered in dirt, real thick dirt, as well as roots from bushes and stuff, and I was going to clean them off. And that sound actually sounds like a rock scraping against granite, and it's not. So here it is where I said I found a rock.
Well, here's a rock.
And the odd sound.
Well, here's a rock.
Now what I've found is that if I slow this recording down, just that section of it. Now normal speed, this would be reading 100. So 100 is normal speed, and you can see right now that it's down to 30. So that's 30% of normal speed is what that means. Now I'm going to go ahead and play this entire area, and I'm going to leave my voice in here just to show you as an example of how slow that makes me sound. But take a listen.
Well, here's a rock.
Now that last sound, what I'm going to do is highlight this section, and this is the sound that you heard. Again, I'm going to go back to the same speed, which is the 30%, and what you're going to hear is this right here only. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to amplify that up just a tad. I'll make it twice as loud. This is 3 times, so let me make it twice as loud. And again, I'm going to do the same thing with the speed, 30%. Quite frankly, what I hear are the words, "He wants to hold it." And I am sure he's referring to the rock that I just picked up. But what I'm saying is, bottom line, that is not the sound of a rock scraping against granite. There's speech in there. All you have to do is find it. And I find it by slowing it down. Anyhow, let's listen to the entire recording one more time.
Oh. The groundskeepers, yeah. Yeah. Open top. Got a rock or something or a stick or that's pretty deep. Oh, here's a rock.
Well, I forgot to bring the amplification down there on that last sound right there, so, but that's okay. Now we're back to normal. Anyhow, thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this recording as much as I did when I recorded it. But please visit my website, evpmessage.com, and thanks again.